TribLive High School Sports Network is the official video and audio streaming partner of the WPIAL. We broadcast over 2,000 sporting events each year and cover 17 sports in over 170 schools. At HSSN, you'll find the latest in high school sports news, live and archive broadcasts, scores, standings, and much more. TribLive High School Sports Network, your high school sports leader. All season, every season.
This is the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAT.
Gold heading back to Lawrence County.
Your home for the County of Champions.
Swing and a miss! A no-hitter in the WPIAL championship game.
The Mohawk Warriors have knocked off the four-time defending champion and are champions again.
The Shenango Wildcats are the WPIAL champions.
Elwood City, WPIAL champions for the first time in school history.
Cox with it. Cox all the way in the jam again. The Red Hurricanes storming their way to another title. Swing and a miss. A one-hit masterpiece.
Turn. Vegas and Maples keeping themselves coming near side. Can they hit him? No! He got in! Will they get it? Lawrence State Championship!
Strike three called. Put another notch in the belt. Memorial Spartans three-peat.
And the Shannon is the 2021 2A Girls Champion.
Your voice for Lawrence County sports.
The gold ball headed home to Newcastle.
This is the Lawrence County SportsNet.
Wildcats enter this game.
Coming to you live from Chippewa Park, WPIAL Playoff Baseball, the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP. Today, Class 2A first-round action. The Shenango Wildcats, the 3 seed, taking on the 14 seed Fort Cherry Rangers. Today's broadcast on Lawrence County SportsNet and the TribLive High School Sports Network, brought to you by Maley Chiropractic, by Luxembourg Garbett, Kelly and George, by the Crane Room Grill, by the Red Zone, by Pontius Insurance, by Something for Your Wall Photography, by the Tri-County Principals Association, and by the Lawrence County Community Action Partnership. Shenango, 14-4, the co-champions out of Section 2 at 9-3 in section play, against the 14-seed Fort Cherry Rangers, 8-5 overall, 7-5, the third-place team out of Section 4. I'm James Dotson, Tim Continenza alongside. Game 2 coming your way in Lawrence County, 2-0 so far, Tim, in terms of, I take that back. 2-0 in the games we've called. Exactly. Laurel with a 13-4 win, Neshannock with 11-5 win. Elwood City, unfortunately, a 5-4 loss in 9 innings to East Allegheny in their 3A first-round game. But 2 out of 3 ain't bad, and we're hoping for Shenango that they can continue their winning ways. The defending WPIAL champions here at Chippewa Park for today's game, Tim.
It should be an interesting matchup, as we've seen Shenango a few times. We know what they can do on the field, and we get to see D'Angelo on the mound tonight to see what he can do and lead this Cats to hopefully a victory and moving on to the next round of the WPIAL in Class 2A.
And with that, we'll get our LGKG starting lineups. We are underway at 5:43 with the first pitch of today's game. Braden D'Angelo on the bump here for Shenango. D'Angelo with a 5-2 record on the season. This one misses inside. 2-0 the count early on. To the leadoff batter, it's Owen Norman, the catcher, batting in the leadoff spot for Fort Cherry. We'll take a look at the full starting lineup here as this one's drilled towards left field. A little sinking liner and tough time fighting off the sun, but Hunter Lively able to make the catch.
Yeah, Lively played that perfectly. Just looking, had the shades on and stepped in a couple steps and makes the play.
Now batting left fielder Lewis Serafin. Pitcher Ryan Craig will hit third. The third baseman Adam Wolf is the cleanup hitter. Mitchell Cook, first baseman, will hit fifth. Ryan Steele batting sixth, playing second base. The center fielder Dylan Rogers will hit seventh. Mark Gilbert, DH, hits eighth, and Luke Sweeter will hit in the 9 spot. Zach Serafin, the right fielder, playing right field, being DH'd for here today. The 0-1 from D'Angelo, taken on a couple of hops, actually off the foot as it didn't bounce up. It'll be an E5 on the hot shot. Just didn't get the glove down, Tim.
Yeah, that was just one of those, the hot corner. It comes on you quickly, and he took a bad hop right in front of him, went right over his glove, and out into left field. So they have a runner at first to start the inning here with one down.
Coach Brad Sawhill now will give the sign as his pitcher, Ryan Craig, steps to the plate. Your umpires here, by the way. Andy Presner behind the plate, Dave Greer on third base, and Dave McHenry at first base. As D'Angelo comes set, he'll throw over to Bryant. Getting back in there with the head first slide is Lewis Serafin. Straight 9 lineup for Shenango. Fort Cherry using the designated hitter. This one swung on and missed by Craig. Your LGKG defensive alignment, Hunter Lively in left, Grayson Hooks in right, and Santangelo in center field for Shenango. Herb at third base, Cameron at second, Camboli at first, Bryant at first base. D'Angelo on the mound with his junior battery mate, Braden Ziegler, behind the dish. 0-2 now the count after that breaking ball in there for strike 2. D'Angelo checks the runner. Delivers and gets the strikeout on 3 pitches for the second out of the inning in his first K of the game.
Yeah, real nice delivery there. As working from the stretch. Checked on the runner nicely and then just delivered a perfect strike for the second out of the inning.
That'll bring up the cleanup hitter, Adam Wolf, a .355 hitter on the season, and leads the team in RBI with 11 on the year. First pitch breaking ball for strike 1.
D'Angelo, the righty, working from the first base side of the pitching rubber.
He got the start in the WPIAL opener last year on the way to Washington. Ended up getting the win in that one, and the team ended up getting the WPIAL championship. And guess what? Coach Kelly says, I'm not changing much.
Nah, he has success. You might as well go right back to the well.
This one chopped foul down the third baseline and out of play.
Yeah, the runner moving on the play a little bit.
Count now 0-2. Fort Cherry, the 14 seed. Shenango, the 3 seed. Winner will take on either Burgettstown or California. An early score update in that one. Burgettstown was leading Cal in the 4th inning by a 5-2 scoreline. Wolf in the right-hander batter's box. Here's the delivery from Ziegler. Breaking ball stays upstairs. 1 ball, 2 strike the count. So Ziegler again will get the sign. Braden from Braden. D'Angelo from Ziegler. Popped up. Foul out of play. Count will remain 1-2. Tim, we're going to be a little bit more careful about the pitch count here because we don't have a game changer for this one.
Ah. So we're on our own.
We are on our own. We'll do the best we can.
Yes, we will.
That just means you have to remind me a little bit here and there. See if my math will always add up.
Wolf chokes up about an inch on the bat.
Throw over to first base, and in there with the dive again at first is Serafin, who reached on the 1-out error. In the top of the first inning. Second game of our doubleheader here from Chippewa Park. High fastball, well off the bag, snap down, throw to first base, and he's got him. Ziegler showing off the arm. Caught Serafin a little bit too far off the bag, and that will end the inning. No runs, there was an error, and after the pickoff, no one left on base. Fort Cherry 0, Shenango coming up to bat, and we'll take a look at their starting 9, a straight 9 for Coach Larry Kelly. Right fielder Grayson Hooks batting first, Tyler Kammerer shortstop will bat second, Zach Herb, the third baseman, will hit third, Tino Campoli, the second baseman, hitting in the cleanup spot. Pitcher Braden D'Angelo will hit fifth, followed by his Battery mate Braden Ziegler, hitting 6. D'Angelo then Ziegler. Adam Bryant, first baseman, hits 7th, followed by Benny Santangelo, center fielder, hitting 8th. Hunter Lively in left field hits 9th. Hooks, Kammerer, Herb, Campoli, D'Angelo, Ziegler, Bryant, Santangelo, and Lively. But let's go back to that Ziegler throwdown. Exactly what a catcher's dream, really. You see the guy a little too far off the base, snap down, and not even really a close play.
Yeah, Lewis Suffering reached first base on the air, and then on that play, he was taking that extended lead after the pitch, and he just threw right behind him, and it was a dead duck. He was just waiting for him to come back to first base to apply the tag. He tried to dance out of the way, but was unsuccessful in the process, and recorded the third out. So an unconventional 3 up, 3 down, but it does look that way in the books.
Yes, it does. And we'll try to get you as many score updates as we can for all the other games. 2 final already in Class 2A. Laurel 13-4 victory over Shadyside Academy. You heard that right here on the Lawrence County SportsNet. The Shannigan 11-5 victory over Bentworth that we saw here at Chippewa Park. Let's take a look at our LGKG defensive alignment, thanks to our friends at Luxembourg Garbett, Kelly and George, keeping promises for over 80 years. The outfield, Lewis Serafin, Zach Serafin. They're your corner outfielders. Lewis in left, Zach in right, Dylan Rogers in center field. Adam Wolf at third base, Luke Sweeter at shortstop, Ryan Steele at second base, Mitchell Cook, the first baseman. Owen Norman behind the dish. Ryan Craig is the starting pitcher here today for the Fort Cherry Rangers. Craig, a 3-3 record, his 9th appearance on the bump this season with a .265 earned run average, 54 strikeouts, 27 walks, so a 2-to-1 ratio in strikeouts to walks. The righty working downstairs, ball 2 to Grayson Hooks, the leadoff hitter.
Hooks, the lefty, hanging in there. See if we can find something to drive here on a 2-0 pitch.
Watches it down at the knees. Count now 2-1. Winner of this one takes on either Burgettstown or California, as we mentioned. That one, cricket bowls its way in. First cricket bowl call of the day. Normally we're due for 2 or 3 of those over the course of a broadcast.
Yeah, bounce one in. What the heck?
Here's the 3-1 to the leadoff batter Hooks, and that one's downstairs as well. So a walk drawn by Hooks.
There's a great video on YouTube that compares baseball to cricket. For those who've never played cricket or know much about it, it uses some of the baseball terms to try to introduce you to the game and compare positions, a bowler being the pitcher.
It's so much fun. When it comes on, it's tough for me to turn off when, you got ESPN Ocho or ESPN 500, whatever it is. We care about the 4-letter network LCSN and our friends, of course, at TribHSSN. But right now, the letters that are going to matter, BB to the first batter, and now TK coming to the plate. Tyler Kammerer heading to Chipola College, a 6'11 average, 28 ribbies on the season, including 19 extra base hits on the year. Craig winds, delivers, another breaking ball in the dirt, and that's going to allow Hooks to get down to second base on the wild pitch.
That sets up a opportunity here in the first inning here for the Cats. Runner in scoring position, leadoff batter. We got a board on the walk, now in scoring position.
You can tell just right away the respect given to Kammerer at the plate. A couple of breaking balls nowhere near the plate. And I think they're going to put him on. They're actually going to intentionally walk Kammerer.
Makes sense. Set up the force play and get the bat out of his hands.
So, again, the question comes in. We kind of discussed this last time. Does an intentional walk officially count as 4 pitches?
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
I believe it does. That's the way I understood it, but, we've never actually gotten official confirmation on that one. So that brings up Zach Herb with 2 runners on and nobody out here in the top of the first inning. And scoring the bunt early is Herb, and right on top of him is the first baseman. Herb pulled back, thought he was going to swing for a minute, squared, pulled back again, strike 1.
Yeah, that was where Craig held the ball a little longer than the first baseman expected. And Cook came running in, charging from first base.
Herb, a 390 average. See if he'll square to bunt again. No, he's swinging away. Downstairs, evens the count at 1-1. Coach Kelly, only his 3rd year coaching at Shenango, longtime basketball assistant, longtime player out in one of those Boardman leagues, still plays out there in the in those Boardman Youngstown leagues, in the 40 and up league.
It's amazing.
Craig delivers this one downstairs, 2-1. We asked him about that after their first round game last year, Tim, Lee and I did, and said, you still play, obviously, because you love it, but when will you stop? He said, well, they keep moving me closer to first base. I started at 3rd, played a little at short. Now I'm at 2nd. If they move me any further to first base, that's when I know I got to be done.
I was going to say, the next place he's going to be is in the dugout.
Chopper towards shortstop, and it goes through the legs of Sweeter. Never stopping on the play is Hooks from 2nd, Camera from 1st. They get an extra base, and the first run on the board for Shenango.
Yeah, unfortunately, just an E6. Ball just squirted right underneath his legs through the 5-hole and out into short center field. And that scores the first run. And Camera goes all the way from 1st to 3rd on the play. And now you have runners at 1st and 3rd here. And nobody out here for the Cats.
Now bring up Tino Campoli, another big cat, one of the lead dogs on this team of Cats. Throw over to first base, and sliding back in safely is Herb.
Now you have a chance for a really big inning here if you're Shenango. This can be really put a pressure on a team fence.
Long pause. Runner does not go. Ball upstairs. 1-0 the count.
With the mercy rules and everything else in effect, you get out to a big lead here early in the 1st or 2nd inning. It really puts a lot of pressure on the opposing pitcher to try to put up zeros from that point on.
This one swung on and missed.
And considering that you got your first run without even getting a base hit, you had a
Yep.
walk, an intentional walk, and an error for the first 3 batters.
Nobody out. Runners on the corners. Second game here today at Chippewa Park. Craig delivers. Scoring a bunt, pulling back. Throw to the pitcher. Allows Herb to get the stolen base of 2nd. It was a strike on the pitch. 1-2 the count. Shenango, their section foes, Neshannock, got their win earlier today. They're sticking around to watch some of the game here today for game 2.
You might as well. It's a beautiful day for baseball.
Beautiful day. They're going to grab some burgers, go sit on the hill down the right field line, and enjoy watching ball for a bit. Infield in, the 1-2, breaking ball called, strike 3 on the outside corner. Big strikeout to get the first out of the inning for Ryan Craig.
Yeah, much needed strikeout with runners at 2nd and 3rd. You haven't given up a hit at all, but you've given up an intentional walk, and then you had an error behind you. You want to strand these runners. You want to prevent that big inning here. Now it's up to D'Angelo to see if he can help himself here.
3-0-2 hitter gets a called strike 1 on the outside corner. His battery mate, Braden Ziegler, in the on-deck circle. That one upstairs evens the count at 1-1 here in our 2A first-round game. The 1-1, again upstairs. 2-1 to count. And a lot of these pitches being left first couple batters down in the dirt. Now these last couple have been upstairs, Tim. Is trying to find the release point right now.
Yeah, kind of struggling with his control. I mean, not all his fault.
Good adjustment there, though, to catch the outside corner. Count now 2-2 with 1 down. In the bottom of the first inning, Shenango already with 1 across the board. Two-two, breaking ball towards second base. Spin move, throw to the plate, and it's not going to be in time. Rounding third, Herb coming to the plate as well. They'll get 2 runs across. A great play to stop it from Ryan Steele, but the throw ends up going high and allowing the run to score.
They brought the infield in, and Steele went home for the fielder's choice As you mentioned, James, the throw was high, went back to the backstop. The runner from third was able to score, and they were second follow through on the play, and it becomes a big inning here without even giving up a hit for Craig, as they have scored 3 runs here in the Cats in the top or the bottom of the first here.
And again, 3 runs thanks to a couple of errors.
Couple walks, couple errors.
Heads up running, though. Again, as I'm not sure you were going to get camera on that play, and maybe that's part of it, too, is once you make that spin move, I'm not sure you're going to have any chance to get a guy at home. Just take the out, you would think, at that point. But credit just for Steele to make that play.
Yeah.
And then credit to Zach Herb, too, not stopping. There's great base running. You got 3 runs now across the board.
You know, you brought the infield in, and they were able to get the ground ball at second base, but it was just a difficult play to make the strike throw home to get a runner that's not a force out. And a good throw probably gets him, but it's a fielder's choice type scenario. You have to wonder if maybe just getting the sure out at first would have been a better play to concede the 1 run.
Especially early in the game,
Yeah.
right? But kind of like you were thinking, you don't want to give up a big run or a big inning, I mean. Not getting it out there might make this inning even tougher as another one bounces in. 2-1 to count.
Yeah, this is, the Cats really want to take advantage of this scenario at the plate. You got runners again. You got a runner at second base, and you have opportunity here with the ability to score a big inning here. They already got 3 across the plate. That's number 4 represented there out in second base in D'Angelo. That pitch is low, and it's 3-1.
Yeah, I believe we have a courtesy runner out there, but I don't have a 3 on my roster, so I need to get confirmation here in a minute. We apologize for that. This one poked foul down the third base line. Count runs full to Braden Ziegler. Already 3 runs across the board. 3 runs without a hit. Kind of how Laurel started their game. It is 3. Okay, it is Dando. That's what I thought it was. Dando, the courtesy runner. Payoff pitch coming to Ziegler, and it's going to be high. So the 3rd walk of the inning.
Yeah.
1 intentional, 2 not so much.
How often do you get to see an inning where the 7th batter comes to the plate and you haven't even had a runner reach base on a hit
Number
yet?
25, first baseman, Adam Bryant.
Usually, if that happens, it's because of a lot of walks, but normally it's because you have a lot of walking around the bases, a bases loaded walk in there maybe, but the base running of Shenango has actually gotten multiple runs without it. Ball 1 as this one's down in the dirt. And all you young fans watching at home, Tim, I got to say something real quick. Please watch how Shenango base runners work at second base. It is so much fun to watch.
It is.
The deep lead they get, they're creeping forward at the pitch. It's incredible and so much fun to watch them work out there.
And the deceptiveness of getting behind the base, taking that lead. It gives a different viewpoint for the catcher and for the pitcher, and it really can take it. Now we have a Pontius timeout here for a meeting of the mound.
Yeah, Pontius Insurance trip to the mound. Thanks to our friends at Pontius Insurance. Dan Pontius wants to be on your team. He can be your coach, just like the Fort Cherry Rangers are getting some advice from their coach. Well, that's what you get when you talk to Dan Pontius and his team at Pontius Insurance, putting the attention to the things you own so you can devote your attention to the ones you love. We have a softball final score in. Elwood City softball, they weren't even supposed to play today. They had a late addition to their game. They have won 6-2 over Beaver Falls in their opening round game, so they advanced to the quarterfinals on Thursday.
Congratulations.
So Elwood City splits in their 2 games as the boys lost in extra innings to East Allegheny. So 2-0 the count after the meeting of the minds at the mound. Brian at the plate watches that one at the letters. 2-1 now the count. And winner of this one takes on either Burgettstown or California. Just got a score update there. Big inning for Burgettstown. They now lead 12-3 over California.
I wonder if we'll see a bunt here with the left-hand batter. With only 1 down. Nope.
He is swinging away. 2-2 now to count. It's kind of tough when you have a pitcher who has not been consistently around the zone to think about a bunt, Tim.
Yeah,
You know?
I was just thinking it was a great opportunity to try to move the runners and try to play for that big inning. You've only got, one out in this inning. I mean, obviously, you don't want to take the bat out of Brian's hands every time, but situational baseball sometimes pays off big at the high school level.
2 balls, 2 strikes to count to Brian, a .367 hitter on the season. Good lead at second by Dando. Breaking ball called, strike 3, froze Brian on the outside corner. Good job in response. Ryan Craig making some pitches. Got a couple of Ks now to his credit.
Yeah, one swinging and that one looking. Yeah, gets the called strike 3. Brings up Santangelo. And now an opportunity here with 2 runners on, 2 outs. Try to get their first base hit of this inning.
Santangelo, the starting center fielder here today. He's squaring to bunt. He was going to look to bunt for a hit there with 2 outs. Throw back to first base, and they're going to get the tag out.
Yeah. It was actually on the play, seen the square of the bunt, so he took off. And with that bunt not being able to be put down, throw down to first base, gets the out.
So 3 runs without a hit. There were a pair of errors and 1 runner left in scoring position. Shenango leads Fort Cherry 3-0. Class 2A first-round action on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP and also the TribLive High School Sports Network.
When the high school season heats up, make sure you have the best gear to support your school. Head to the Red Zone on Wilmington Road in the Shannon for all your county sporting apparel needs. From sporting goods to custom apparel to embroidery and more, the Red Zone has it all. Quality gear for all 8 schools in the County of Champions. Stop by and enter the Red Zone or visit them online at theredzonesports.com. Score big at the Red Zone.
When a team needs to discuss their next move in a big game, Coach calls a timeout. When you need to discuss your next move after your latest life endeavor, let Ponce's Insurance be your coach. At Ponce's Insurance, how we serve you is as important as the insurance we provide. Protecting those you love, the business you built, and the things you've earned. That's our job. At Ponce's Insurance online at poncesinsurance.com.
Contractors, the Department of Healthy Homes needs you. From small to large residential projects, you can help families live safer and healthier with the quality work you do. It's rewarding in more ways than one. Call LCAP's Department of Healthy Homes today.
As the tunes blast here at Chippewa Park, we're enjoying them. We have all day long. Gotten to do 2 great games. Been a lot of fun for us here on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP. We thank everyone here from Blackhawk and Chippewa Park for making this happen. I mean, heck, this feels like a Major League ballpark. Just the feel of it, the great view down the hillside on the right field line, the sprinklers.
Yeah.
I mean, you had everything going, and man, it's been a fun day today.
Yeah, the wind now kind of still swirling. We're watching the American flag by the scoreboard, kind of blowing out towards right field and sometimes swirling towards center. So we'll be interested to see if either team get one up in the jet stream, how it will affect today's second game.
Yeah,
we've seen 4 homers in the first game.
Yeah, winds died down maybe a little bit, if anything, Tim, I would say, from that first game, but still definitely swirling as it does, and the jet stream very much in effect here at Chippewa Park. As Adam Wolf steps into the batter's box, he saw 5 pitches in the first inning, but then a pickoff down at first base retired Louis Serafin. So both teams ending their first innings on pickoff moves, and with the extra pitches seen, a 1-0 pitch from Wolf driven into left field for a leadoff single.
Yeah, he just waited back on that and turned on it and put it right down the left field line for a base hit.
Number 21, first base.
Saw a lot of that in the first game, too. A lot of just base running blunders. 3 or 4 pickoffs in that game. You can even say the play at the plate at the end of that game. Ill-advised attempt to try to get home. Issues in terms of just the players maybe not being fully into it or thinking they can do a little more with that,
yeah,
or trying to do too much.
a little too much aggression on the base path, trying to make plays because it is the first game of the playoffs, and sometimes you get a little wind up and try to to make that extra play and show your hustle, and maybe in the process getting yourself in precarious situations on the base path.
Yeah, overly aggressive. It's
a nice open stance here by Cook.
Yeah, and
he's
he
way
drilled that
open.
one.
Yeah, and he got in front of that one, took a foul. Hit it hard, but it was definitely going to be foul the whole way.
Cook, a 289 hitter on the season. Nobody out, and Wolf at first. Breaking ball just misses outside, so count now 3-1 here in the top of the second.
What's really interesting is he stays open throughout the swing here. And let's see if he does it. It kind of reminds me if I was trying to correct a slice on a golf course.
That one catches the inside corner, and the count runs full. Kind of funny you say that because my quote-unquote coach told me to go the other way, to go close stance with that front foot to fix my
no,
slice.
that was the wrong way to do it, but you see it
the
often.
other way. I got you. Okay.
It is, and there's the
fisted towards second base. Quick turn from Campoli to Kammerer, but they're not going to get either one. He was off the bag at second base.
Yeah, it's the fielder's choice. And you score that either a fielder's choice or a base hit. Take your pick.
Yeah, it's a fielder's choice for sure.
Because really you can even give an error on the throw from second base to the shortstop because he drew him off the bag.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's how they're going to score it, is an error on the second baseman.
Yeah, I think you have to. Fielder's choice, E4. So each team now with a pair of errors, and we're only in the top of the second inning. 2 on, nobody out. Ryan Steele to the plate, watches strike one.
As I talked in the last inning, now it's the Rangers' opportunity to take advantage of this. You got 2 men on with nobody out here and trailing 3-0. This is an opportunity to get right back into the ball game here and try to tag up D'Angelo here.
Strike 2 called on the outside corner. Steele with only 3 RBI on the year. He's been on base a lot, though. He's drawn a team-high 11 walks on the season, but is down 0-2. As D'Angelo comes set. This one fouled back and out of play. You mentioned the open stance of the previous batter, Mitchell Cook. How about the closed stance of the pitcher when he comes set, Tim? Did you notice that from D'Angelo?
Yes. I did. I was marking that in the first inning, how he has his back foot on the first base side of the rubber, but his lead down the middle.
Yeah, interesting with the way that works. And to me, I would think that'd be difficult to be able to throw over to first base when you're that closed, but he showed a couple of really quick snap throws over to first base, even with that closed stance. Comes set, this one downstairs. 1-2 the count. By the way, unofficially in that first inning, I had 13 pitches thrown by D'Angelo, 34 thrown by Ryan Craig.
It's a tough inning for Craig. That's a lot of pitches.
Remember, 105 is the limit in the postseason. Breaking ball, good block again by Ziegler.
Basically a third of his pitches availability in one inning.
Two balls, 2 strikes. Nobody down here in the top of the second inning. High fastball popped up on the right side of the infield. Infield fly will be in effect. And
you might as well let it bounce. It's exactly the right thing. With the wind going the way it was, the infield fly roll in effect. Yeah, don't even try to catch it because, you don't. Obviously, the play's over no matter what, but why risk it? And maybe even an injury of 2 players colliding. Might as well take the easy out on the on the infield fly roll.
I don't know if I've ever seen a coach or broadcaster say, no, don't even bother catching it. But you know what? That makes a lot of sense, sadly, right now. I'm not sure I would trust myself with that, but nonetheless, it works out here to Shenango's advantage, and that brings Dylan Rogers to the plate.
Under these conditions, it's really a smart baseball play. You got to give the Cats credit there.
Good breaking ball there. Rogers swing and a miss.
I give Coach Kelly a lot of credit. You hear him yelling from the dugout, hey, just don't catch it, don't catch it. You know, how do you hear stuff like that? You know, let it go, let it go.
Again, I'd be worried because a lot of times on that you get such a wild bounce as well with all the spin that would be on a pop-up like that, but it's still probably less troublesome than if you do let it or do try to catch it and maybe knock it away. 0-2 pitch towards the middle. Going to be taking it himself is Kammerer on the first base in time for the 6-3 twin killer. So after a single and a fielder's choice error, the double play will end the inning. No runs with one hit and a runner stranded on the bags. Go to the bottom of the second inning. Shenango leading Fort Cherry by a score of 3-0 here at lcsportsnet.com. The Lawrence County SportsNet powered by LCAP. For 20 years, Melee Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Melee Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet. But more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $25 visit to the Melee Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and or all therapies necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between, let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game.
For more than 120 years, people have relied on Martindale-Hubbell's preeminent rating to select their attorneys. If you've been involved in an automobile accident, you should do the same. At LGKG, we have been preeminently rated for over 40 years.
Bottom of the second inning, let's take a look at the brackets real quick here as we have a 3-0 Shenango lead. Winner of this one takes on either Burgettstown or California. Looks like Burgettstown with the lead that they have as a 12-3 advantage at last check. The Shannock already victorious over Bentworth. They play either St. LaSalle or Northgate, and you've seen the top half of the bracket. Laurel with a 13-4 victory, waiting on a Sarah Catholic best center score to come in. That was a 4 o'clock start, so that game should be wrapping up here shortly. The other 2 games in the top half of the bracket not starting until 6:30 for their estimated time. Shenango will send up their 8-9-1 hitters as Benny Santangelo was in the batter's box as that first inning came to an end. First pitch in there for strike 1. Craig, good breaking ball there, but it stays upstairs, evens the count at 1-1. Santangelo, only his potentially 22nd official at-bat of the season this year.
This is a big inning here for Craig after really giving up 3 runs that really not any of his doing in a sense. He just didn't have a good defense. He did walk a couple players, had a little bad luck following him, so he really wants to get a 0 on this inning here and get the Rangers back in the dugout and an opportunity to try to get closer in this ball game. But this is a really important inning here if you're the Cats, if you can extend this lead.
Upstairs, count runs full to the leadoff batter of the inning, Santangelo, who basically kind of been an every other day starter, sometimes being DH4, sometimes in the outfield, sometimes as your courtesy runner. Santangelo, 4 stolen bases, 2 for 21 on the season batting, Tim, but he has 5 RBIs. And he's going to get called out on strikes. Third strikeout of the game, all backwards Ks by my count.
Yeah. No, I think Campoli might have been his. Was that a backwards?
I have it as backwards.
Okay.
But
I may have marked it wrong.
So I might have as well. We'll have to go back to the archives, which is what you can do, whether it's on TribLive or here at lcsportsnet.com. Can always go back and check the archives and see which one of us is right.
I lean towards you, chances are.
I'll take that.
I'll be curious tomorrow when I take a chance to look at it.
Hunter Lively now to the plate. That one upstairs, 2-0 the count to Lively, who had the lively and timely at-bat to end section play last year. If you've watched broadcasts with us, we mention it all the time. The 9-hitter with the 3-run walk-off home run in the section finale against Riverside last year. Got them the section title, got them one of the top seeds, and really sparked the entire postseason run for this Shenango team.
That's a memorable moment. There's no doubt about it.
2-2 now the count as that one's called strike on the inside corner. One of the assistant coaches, Ed Urian of Shenango, posted the memory from the 1 year ago today on Facebook. just a couple of days ago on the 1-year anniversary of it. And, man, it was a fun video to watch from the dugout as the team went from down 2 to winning the game. This one chopped towards first base. Long trip for Cook, unable to handle it cleanly, but the flip from the second baseman, and they got him. How about that? Your typical 3-4-1 putout.
Yeah. Right off the first baseman, so he gets credited for the play, and the second baseman picks it up and throws it over to the pitcher for the out.
So who's got that on their bingo card? I think you have better odds of what was the horse's name? High Stakes? Yeah, High Streak. You had better chance of
Rich. It was a
Rich Strike. Rich Strike. That's it.
Yeah, Rich Strike. Yeah.
You had better odds of picking Rich Strike to win than you did of saying there would be a 3-4-1 putout in this game. That brings up with 2 down Grayson Hooks, and he pops this one foul and out of play down the first baseline. Count even at 1-1.
There not to run in the precincts.
How about that? Well, I guess that was the plan all along for him. Said if he ran in the first, he would not run in the second to maintain the proper amount of time difference between his races.
Yeah.
This one drilled the other way towards left field. Louis Serafin settling under it, kind of curling back towards him, and he will make the catch to end the inning. The Cats go down in order in the bottom of the second inning. 3-0 your score after 2. WPIAL postseason action on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Has your child's early education slowed down or even paused due to the pandemic? This is crucial time you can't get back. LCAP can keep your little learner on track for success. We have options for working and non-working parents with in-person childcare and age-appropriate virtual learning to keep them busy and engaged. Parents, don't hit pause on early learning. Lawrence County Community Action Partnership can jumpstart their future. Learn more at lcap.org.
For more than 120 years, people have relied on Martindale Hubbell's preeminent rating to select their attorneys. If you've been involved in an automobile accident, you should do the same. At LGKG, we have been preeminently rated for over 40 years.
For more than 120 years, people have been relying upon Martindale Hubbell's AV preeminent rating to select their attorneys. If you're involved in a workers' compensation situation, you should do the same. LGKG has been AV rated for over 40 years.
Back here at LCSportsNet.com. Lawrence County SportsNet powered by LCAP. A 3-0 advantage for Shenango as we head to the top of the third inning, which means we swing on over to my broadcast colleague, Mr. Tim Continenza, to take you through the middle 3.
Thank you, James. As the Cats will have D'Angelo on the mound here in the third inning. As is Gilbert, Sweeter, and Norman due up. And that first pitch is over but low. Ball 1 here for D'Angelo. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, evens it up at 1-1. Mark Gilbert, he is the DH. He's batting for Zach Serafin, who is in right field for the Rangers. And that pitch is going to be outside. 2 balls and a strike.
That's all right. You sure?
D'Angelo pitches. And a ground ball to short. Picked up there by Kamer. Throw across for the out. 6-3. 1 down here in the top of the third. If you're just joining us, the Cats leading the Rangers here 3-0. As Luke Sweeter is at the plate.
Is that a 1-0 count when you get that? Anybody know?
And that is going to be over for a strike. D'Angelo gets the sign for the 1-0 pitch, the 0-1 pitch. Going to be outside, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 down here in the top of the third. And that's going to be outside again for ball 2. D'Angelo only giving up 1 hit so far today. Winds and pitches. Outside, ball 3. It now goes to 3-1 here.
That's
Sweeter.
That's the only hit of the game, though, Tim. Shenango without a hit through the first 2 innings, so they hold the 2-0 lead.
And ground ball right back to the pitcher. And D'Angelo fields it and throws it across for the out. 1-3 on the putout. He helps himself for the out number 2 of the inning.
That beautiful, beautiful play to extend the glove, knock it down, keep his composure, take his time to make a simple throw over to first base for the out.
And Owen Norman, the catcher who leads off for the Rangers, back at the plate. Number 2 on his Red Rangers jersey.
I didn't get a chance to talk much about that. Very infrequently do you see a catcher as your leadoff guy, but when you have a courtesy runner possibility, that makes things a lot more, likely, I guess. But also, sometimes your best athlete is the guy behind the dish. And he's got 11 stolen bases to his credit this year.
Yeah,
Tim.
I was going to say, obviously he has the skill set that you want at the top. And there's a base hit into left field with 2 outs here.
Yeah, only 263 average on the year, but he's got a lot of speed, and you'll see it right now if they'll use the courtesy runner, and I'm not expecting it. He's going to
stay in.
Score update, courtesy of Mr. Walter Mace. It's a 5-0 lead for Seton LaSalle over Northgate.
The left fielder, Louis Serafin, now at the plate with 2 outs. Runner at first here for the Rangers. Serafin steps out of the box. Now we'll get back in from the right side. Facing D'Angelo, the right-hander. He'll pitch from the stretch. As Sweeter will take his lead. Excuse me, that's Norman at first takes his lead.
Serafin, ground ball, hot shot past the third baseman off the foot of Herb in the first inning.
Here's the pitch. Runner goes, throw down to second base. Not going to be in time as we get the stolen base here by Owen Norman.
Number 12 on the season. And again, a good jump. It was a pretty good throw from Ziegler and a quick snap tag put on by Campoli as well. But
1 ball, 2 strikes, I believe is the count. 1-1.
1-1, yeah.
I was trying to read the umpire. It looked like he had 2 up. Here's the pitch, and he's going to foul it off. Now we got a 1-2 count.
Well, he did have 2 up, Tim, just 1 on each hand.
Yeah, exactly.
Remind you, coming up here between the top and bottom of the innings, we'll have our Melee Minute. We'll try to get you some updates on the WPIAL softball playoffs, where Lawrence County is concerned.
So runner takes his lead at second base. D'Angelo pitches. Swing and a miss, strike 3 to end the inning. As we have played 2.5 here from Blackhawk with the Cats leading the Rangers 3-0. It's now time for our Melee Minute here for our soft time, our softball update.
Let's take a look at it. Class 1A, Union gets the first round bye. They'll take the winner of either Jefferson Morgan or St. Joseph's, as Union's the 2 seed. That game going on right now in Class 1A softball. In Class 2A, well, the Fort Cherry Rangers, they won their preliminary round game 11-4. They will take on the Shannock tomorrow at Swickley Academy. We'll have that game right here at lcsportsnet.com. We'll also have the Laurel Burgettstown game. That is a 5 o'clock start at North Allegheny tomorrow in the 5-12 matchup. The other game going on in Lawrence County in Class 2A, Mohawk, the 11th seed, will be facing the 6th seed Our Lady of the Sacred Heart. That's a 3 o'clock start at Mars on Wednesday tomorrow, weather permitting. In Class 3A, Elwood City, a 6-0 victory over Beaver Falls in their preliminary round game today. Mentioned that they weren't supposed to play that game. Talk more about that in a moment, but they win. They will take on Southmoreland, who won over Derry today. And in Class 4A, Newcastle, the 11th seed, will play 6th seed Bell Vernon at Plum at 5 o'clock tomorrow on the TribLive High School Sports Network. There's your Melee Chiropractic Melee Minute. Thanks to our friends at Melee Chiropractic, keeping you in the game. We keep you in the game in terms of what's going on in the softball world.
All right, we move to the bottom half of the 3rd inning here. 3-0 Cats lead the Rangers as Cameron, Herb, and Campoli deal up. here in the third inning for the Cats.
And the reason real quick for that Elwood City event, we talked about in the first game, so they were the 4 seed and got the last bye of the playoffs. 4 teams were getting a bye, but found out after the brackets were released that Beaver Falls had a game that was not reported. It was a forfeit victory that had not been properly reported. They got that straightened out, and that win ends up making them tied.
Ground ball to short. Nice play there. Throw deep across in time for the out as Sweeter made a nice, turned himself around and made a nice strong throw to Cook for the out.
Practically did the hokey pokey the way he turned himself around. But man, the strong throw to get a very speedy Tyler Kammerer at first base, I think is what's even most impressive there. But yeah, to finish that thought, Elwood City then basically lost their first round bye as they had to put Beaver Falls into the tournament. So section mates actually had to play each other for a third time.
So Herb took the first pitch for a ball, I believe.
Yes.
Here's the second pitch. Outside, ball 2.
All right, unofficially, I got 44 pitches thrown so far on the other side by Braden D'Angelo. I'll try to get you a count update.
And there's one on the inside corner for a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Or, no, 2 balls, 1 strike. I'm sorry. Right? I think I said it backwards. I think it's 2 balls, 1 strike.
I think so, too.
And now it's 2-2.
We'll get there one way or the other, right?
We're going to just give you the entire numbers until I get it right. You know, simple as that. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here in the bottom half of the third inning. The Cats leading 3-0.
I have officially now this being pitch number 54 coming from Ryan Craig.
Here's the pitch. Up high. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The count's full.
Yeah, that breaking ball just has not come out of the hand of Ryan Craig very consistently today. A lot of them been left high in his last couple innings.
Here's the windup in the pitch. And a hot shot just foul down the third base line.
Just foul is right. I mean, it actually bounced on the line in front of the third base bag, but kept curling, foul, and out of play.
Yeah, our umpire had a perfect view of that down the third base line.
Oh, it's nice that you have base umpires down both lines to assist with that as well.
And the pitch is going to be in the dirt in front of home plate. Ball 4. So Herb reaches on a walk.
Now, actually ends a streak of 5 straight batters that were retired by Fort Cherry. And actually, that one kind of hit Owen Norman a bit awkwardly behind the dish. He'll take an extra couple of seconds, which means Mr. Presner behind the dish will really make sure that home plate is clean.
Yeah, that's right. A little courtesy of the men behind the plate. Taking care of each other. So Campoli at the plate now. Runner at first is Herb. He takes his lead. Craig throws over. Dive back by Herb. He's safe. So Herb takes his lead and they throw right back over. Not quite a strike there, and he'll get back safely. Craig checks on the runner. And from the stretch, he'll pitch. Runner will go, and they got him picked off. If they throw it straight to second, going to be wide to the shortstop side of second base, and he will steal the base. Herb comes through with a stolen base as Craig did not recognize the player was on the move, and then the catcher signaled him to throw to second base. He turned through, and he threw wide, and that gave the base to Herb.
Yeah, I mean, that's just heads-up base running, going the entire way, and once he committed, he wasn't going to stop. And by the time you got the communication to Craig to step off and make the throw, it had to be a perfect throw, and it wasn't.
So he checks on the runner at second base. Here's the pitch. Down low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Campoli at the plate. He struck out in the first inning. So the check on the runner. Here's the pitch on the outside corner for a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runner at second. 1 down here. Bottom of third. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to second base, and he goes through his wickets and into the right field and that will be a run-scoring error on the second baseman.
So 4 runs across, still no hits. Third error of the game for Fort Cherry.
Yeah, E4.
Batting pitcher Braden D'Angelo.
And it increases the lead to 4-0 here for the Cats. So the Cats still looking for their first base hit.
That's incredible.
Lead 4-0. Here to throw over to first. Back safely. So Craig checks on the runner, and he does. Ground ball going to go through the open area at second base for a base hit, and runner will go from first to third, and they'll throw back to second. Will be in time. No, safe.
What a slide. The hook slide reached the hand in to perfection, and credit to Dave McHenry, the umpire, running with the play too, because that is all day safe, getting the hand around the tag. Great effort from the pitcher, who now will just go trot back to the dugout and rest for a bit. The courtesy runner, Dando, will check in for him. But that's the first hit, and that probably isn't even a hit if you don't have the hit and run on. But that's a hit and run executed to perfection.
Yeah, the second baseman had to cover second base and left his position wide open, and a ground ball just found the hole. And in the process gets the first hit of the game. And he runs the second on the throw to third. Swing and a miss. Craig gets ahead of the hitter. 0-1 here as Ziegler at the plate. He walked in his first at-bat. Cats looking to have another big inning here. They scored 3 in the first. And pop-up foul. First base side and out of play. 0-2 on the count here to Ziegler. Runners take their lead. They'll check on the runner. Here's the pitch from the stretch. And it's going to be inside. Ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah, sharp bender on that one. Good job by Ziegler to hold on, as that one went 12-6 in a hurry.
One ball, 2 strike pitch coming here from Craig.
Infield playing it up.
It's going to be outside, and I'll even up the count at 2-2. So Ziegler.
Coach Kelly from the third base coaching box. Do your thing. Go your way. Do what you got to do. And that's all you're looking for. Get something in play and get this run in.
Infield in, trying to cut off the run at home. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 as Ziegler goes down swinging.
That's a huge strikeout. You saw a couple of strikeouts with runners on base.
Adam Bryant.
That's
in the first inning, and that's, the fourth overall.
4th strikeout here for Craig.
It's the strikeouts with runners in scoring position that has been the big key here for Craig.
No doubt about it. Bryant now at the plate, the lefty, with runners at second and third. The ball going to go back to the screen. Throw comes to home plate, and it slides in safely. Is Campoli as he scores to make it 5-0 on the wild pitch.
Well, it's only about 35 feet behind home plate. Not the biggest backstop, but a little bit bigger than what Shenango has at Chuck Tanner Field. So with that, he sees it get away. Campoli says, I got the speed. I'm going to get in there. And that's the other thing, too. It's a wooden fence behind, so you get a pretty nice bounce as a catcher. But even with that, just too much speed. He gets in. Dando goes to third base.
Yeah, the courtesy runner for D'Angelo at third. That pitch is going to be high and outside, 2-0. Lefty at the plate with 2 down. Runner at third. Here's the pitch. That's going to be over for a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Now it's pitch number 68 now, and we're only in the 3rd inning, so you're going to be seeing some action in the Fort Cherry bullpen here pretty quickly.
Here's Craig's delivery. And it's going to be a ground ball first base side and just foul at the bag.
Wow, did that take a wicked hop, and it was how sharply it turned to the right at the last second. I mean, that's tough to see whether it even crossed before or after the bag, but the umpire, much closer than we are, emphatically immediately says, yep, foul ball. It kicked foul before it reached the first base bag.
5-0 Cats here in the bottom of the 3rd with 2 down. Runner at third base. Craig with the delivery. Going to be outside. 3 balls, 2 strikes. We run out the string here. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here. Runner at third.
Bryant, who's been a pleasant surprise for this team this year, coming back out to play ball his senior year.
And a foul back, and we'll do it again.
And it's been a pretty big, productive guy at the plate. 11 ribbies on the season for the left-handed swinger.
Big run at third base here for Shenango. They already got 5 across home plate in the first 2 and the 3rd innings. 2 2/3 innings, I should say. They got their first hit in this inning in the ball game for them. So Bryant with a 3-2 pitch. Here it comes. And he's going to poke it into center field for a base hit. Gets his 12th RBI as he gets the single and the 3rd run of the inning crosses the plate with Dano scoring as the courtesy runner for D'Angelo.
Right fielder Benny.
And it's now 6-0 Cats.
And that's the kind of stories you love to hear. A kid who comes out, works his tail off, gets not only making the team, but getting in the starting lineup. He's had some ups and downs, sometimes that he's playing but not hitting in the lineup. Stays with it, and a big swing there to extend this lead. And now he's going to get to second base.
Throw over to first is going to go by the first baseman, and he'll move over at second base on the air from the pitcher. And
I hope they've changed the light bulbs on that error scoreboard, because we had 6 in the first game combined, and we got 6 now in this one.
Yeah, it is adding up quickly. So Craig delivers for a strike. 0-1's the count. Runner at second base here is Bryant. Here's the pitch from Craig. And we're going to have a pop-up on the infield as the shortstop, Sweeter, makes the squeeze and the out to end the inning. But another productive inning here for the Cats as they put 3 more across the board. And that leads 6-0 here. We've played 3 innings. You're watching Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Just like going to the doctor, our homes need a checkup too. If your home is not properly weatherized, you could be at risk for symptoms that cause unhealthy ailments and higher utility bills. The Weatherization Assistance Program is the key to reducing utility costs and increasing comfort in your home. Services include an in-home energy audit to inspect your furnace and hot water tank, check for air sealing around windows and doors, and ensure adequate insulation and ventilation. Learn more at lcap.org or call the Department of Healthy Homes to get your checkup today.
Whether you're hosting a big party, it's family dinner night, or you just need a place to go and watch the big game, the Crane Room Grill is the place to be. Need that something special for your upcoming event? Ask about the CR Brewing Company's custom brewing options to give your big day that personalized touch that your guests will never forget. Visit craneroom.com to see their full menu, or call in your takeout order now at 724-656-1553. The Crane Room Grill and CR Brewing Company, a winning combination.
I think the key to any attorney-client relationship is trust. My father told me a long time ago, the definition of personal integrity is really simple. Do what you say you're going to do. At LGKG, we've been doing that for over 80 years.
4th inning is Ryan Craig, Adam Wolf, and Mitchell Cook due up here for the Rangers. In the first pitch, swing and a foul ball. 0-1 the count. As D'Angelo enters his fourth inning on the mound here for the Cats. Swing and a miss. Strike two. Here's the pitch from D'Angelo. Swing and a miss. Strike three. Gets him down swinging here.
3, 4, 5 hitters due up here, Tim, and a 3-pitch strikeout to begin. Great stuff there from D'Angelo.
Adam Wolf
Third baseman
singled
Adam
in
Wolf.
the second inning. Steps in on the right side of the plate. D'Angelo on the mound here for the Cats. Delivers. Gets it over for strike one. D'Angelo delivers the 0-1 pitch. Gonna be a little low on that one. They'll even the count at 1-1. 6 runs, 2 hits, 2 errors for the Cats. No runs, 1 hit, 4 errors for the Rangers. And that's going to be outside, ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. D'Angelo from the windup. Here's the pitch. Inside, 3-1 on the fastball. And here's 3-1 pitch. Going to be outside, ball 4. So Wolf works the walk with 1 down, and I'll put a Ranger at first base.
First baseman Mitchell Cook.
And Mitchell Cook now due up here for the Rangers. Cook on a fielder's choice reached on a error by the second baseman. Here's the pitch and a ground ball to third. Nicely fielded there. Throws second for 1. Throw to first. In time for the double play. The 5-4-3 double play.
That's how you make quick work of an inning. Just a 10-pitch inning again. And a 1-2-3 after the twin killer. Shenango rolling. Great play by Herb at third.
With that, we'll take a timeout. You're watching LCSportsNet.com, powered by LCAP.
When a team needs to discuss their next move in a big game, coach calls a timeout. When you need to discuss your next move after your latest life endeavor, let Ponce's Insurance be your coach. At Ponce's Insurance, how we serve you is as important as the insurance we provide. Protecting those you love, the business you built, and the things you've earned. That's our job. At Ponce's Insurance online at poncesinsurance.com.
When the high school season heats up, make sure you have the best gear to support your school. Head to the Red Zone on Wilmington Road in the Shenango for all your county sporting apparel needs. From sporting goods to custom apparel to embroidery and more, the Red Zone has it all. Quality gear for all 8 schools in the County of Champions. Stop by and enter the Red Zone or visit them online at theredzzonesports.com. Score big at the Red Zone.
As we head down to the bottom of the 4th inning.
Pitch count 74-54 unofficially right now. 74 thrown by Craig, 54 thrown by D'Angelo. In this one here, a 6-0 scoreline. We've got some scores scrolling across the bottom. Thanks to our friends at the Crane Room. Make sure you place your to-go order. Whether it's dessert, appetizer, dinner, how about a crowler to go? Sounds good right about now on this summer day. Everything's plenty of room for you at the Crane Room, whether you're sitting there or taking a takeout. Your Crane Room score updates down there at the bottom line. We thank them. We thank all of our sponsors here at LCSportsNet.com.
Lively hooks and camera due up here for the Cats. The first pitch is on the outside corner for a strike. Craig entering his 4th inning on the mound here for the Rangers. And that one's going to be up high and back to the screen. Ball 2.
6-0 your score here. Seton LaSalle now leading 6-0 in their game in the 4th inning.
Excuse me, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. There we go. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah, good off-speed offering there from Craig. He's got a good mix of pitches. When he can control that off-speed, he, especially with that tall frame, very difficult pitcher to work against.
Here's the pitch. And we're going to have a foul off a left side and out of play. No, not quite out of play, but it'll land safely in foul ground and give Lively another opportunity at the plate.
Yeah, Adam Wolf giving chase down that third base line, but just a couple steps too late.
So Lively facing a 1-2 pitch here from Craig. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Goes down swinging to start the 4th inning here for the Cats.
That brings up top of the order Grayson Hooks. Walked and scored in the first inning, a 340 hitter on the season. He and Lively basically flip-flop spots midway through the season. Lively was the leadoff guy, Hooks the 9 spot. Lively having some issues at the plate early on in the year. They switch it up, and Hooks, a fellow left-handed hitter. How many lefties do they have in this lineup? I mean, you have Hooks, Lively, Bryant all hitting from the left-handed side. That's pretty impressive for a 2A school.
It is. You gotta love that. And unique is that you would have 2 lefties back-to-back in your 9-1 hitter. You don't want to break them up maybe a little bit more in the lineup. And a swing and a foul back.
At this age, I don't think you think about that as much as you would at like a major league level. I mean, because you have so many specialists that can come in. But, I mean, we almost saw that work against Shenango, though, in the game we did last week against Riverside, where they brought in a lefty reliever because you had the 9-1 spots coming up.
Mm-hmm. Here's the pitch. And it's going to be low. 3 balls, 1 strike.
Yeah, good hold there from Hooks. And now you hear Coach saying 1 pitch, 1 spot, looking for something to drive and extend this lead.
And that's going to hit the outside corner and give us a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 down here in the bottom of the 4th.
But that's what Coach Kelly and coaches are happy about.
And we're going to have a pop-up just beyond second base, shortstop side, and he'll make the play. And Sweeter for the out.
And what I mean by that, Tim, is that even though he didn't swing at that 3-1 pitch that was called a strike, it wasn't a pitch that you want with that count. It's an outside corner pitch. If he does hit it, it's going to be, well, basically what that one was.
Yeah.
Both pitches were about the exact same. The difference was he had to swing with 2 strikes at the second one. And that's about the result he would have gotten if he had swung at the 3-1 pitch as well, more than likely. So in the end, yes, it doesn't look good that you have a strike called on you, but in the end, as a coach, you're happy with that, and as a batter, you're happy with that because you're not taking the bat out of your hands.
Here's the pitch, and it's down low. And you also got to remember that Craig has a pitch count that's getting up there. So anytime you're making him throw an extra pitch added in a bat, that is just taking 1 more pitch away from him and his ability to stay on the mound.
That was 85 unofficially right there. 86 down in the dirt as well. Sport Cherry team tied for 3rd in Section 4 with Chartiers Houston. Charhue got the 12 seed.
Here comes the 2-0 pitch. And it's going to be fouled deep into the left side.
We refer back to our comment about the freshmen chasing baseballs. You're not finding that one.
Yes. The duties of a freshman. Here's the pitch. On the outside, that's going to be ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike.
There's still about 3 boxes worth of baseballs we can use up here.
Yeah.
We can leave that one to the squirrels and the birds out in the trees.
And that's going to be ball 4 outside. So Kammerer works a walk with 2 down. And I'll bring up Herb.
So that's the 5th walk of the game.
So Zach Herb bats from the right side with 2 down. Runner at first is Kammerer.
19 ribbies on the year for Zach Herb. He also leads the team in the stat you don't want to lead the team in.
Hit by pitch?
Yep. 6 of them on the year, and
they get him?
They said
got
he's
him.
out.
Wow. Throw over to first, and they picked him off.
And everybody just stood there thinking, he called him out.
Yeah.
So, pick off at first base, and that's...
We've played 4 here.
Okay.
From Blackhawk with the Cats leading the Rangers 6-0. You're watching LCSportsNet.com, powered by LCAP.
Just like going to the doctor, our homes need a checkup too. If your home is not properly weatherized, you could be at risk for symptoms that cause unhealthy ailments and higher utility bills. The Weatherization Assistance Program is the key to reducing utility costs and increasing comfort in your home. Services include an in-home energy audit to inspect your furnace and hot water tank, check for air sealing around windows and doors, and ensure adequate insulation and ventilation. Learn more at lcap.org or call the Department of Healthy Homes to get your checkup today.
For 20 years, Melee Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Melee Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet. But more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $25 visit to the Melee Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and/or all therapies necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between, let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game.
We move to the top of the 5th inning with the Cats leading the Rangers 6-0 here, as the Rangers will send up Ryan Steele, Dylan Rogers, and Mark Gilbert due up this inning here for the Rangers. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be over, but low.
Unofficially, pitch number 55 delivered there from D'Angelo.
D'Angelo winds and throws. That's going to be up high. And it'll be 2-0.
Winner of this one will take on Burgettstown. They won in Mercy Rule fashion today over California.
And foul back, make it 2 balls, 1 strike. Ryan Steele had the unique infield fly roll pop up to the second baseman.
That part's not unique. The fact that the ball was let go and let it hit the ground, that was quite unique.
Yes. Here's the pitch. That'll be over for a strike. 2-2's count. Steele's the second baseman here for the Rangers. Here's the pitch from D'Angelo. On the outside corner, strike 3 looking.
4th K of the game and a beauty there. Best one we've seen. Great hook there from Braden D'Angelo to get the first out.
Now bring up Dylan Rogers, a center fielder.
Now batting center fielder, Dylan Rogers.
Rogers, number 15 on the back of his jersey. Here's the pitch from D'Angelo. It's going to be up high, ball 1.
On the front of the jersey as well.
Yeah. There's another strike on the outside corner. Evens up the count at 1-1.
Rogers, a 171 average on the year, grounded into a double play in his first at bat.
Swing and a miss.
Yeah, chased that one. D'Angelo, a little extra mustard on that one.
D'Angelo ahead on the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 down here in the top of the 5th. Here's the pitch. Ground ball, third base side, foul.
Ah, Coach Sawhill, come on. Get in front of it. Hey, umpire there at third base and say, no, make one of your players get it.
Yeah.
He
goes,
he's atoning for his error.
Here's D'Angelo's 1-2 pitch. And it's swung on and a base hit here by Dylan Rogers.
A good piece of hitting there from Rogers, and I like the idea. He was ahead on the last breaking ball, was Rogers. They tried to throw another one on the outside corner to see if he would chase or see if he would be way ahead again, but he did a good job of keeping, even though the bottom half kind of got ahead of himself, the hand stayed back to him just long enough to be able to make that good level swing and poke it over the shortstop for the base hit.
DH Mark Gilbert now at the plate. Rogers takes his lead. Well, he will shortly. There he goes. At first base. There's a nice curveball in for a strike.
Yeah, got Gilbert rocking on that one. Gilbert, only his 10th at-bat officially of the year in his first plate appearance today.
He bats for the right fielder, Zach Serafin. Swing and a miss. Ball gets away from the catcher as we're going to get Rogers moving down to second base.
Yeah, but he's way out in front on those last two pitches.
So D'Angelo looks in for the sign here on the 0-2 pitch with runner at second base. Gets the call on the inside corner, strike 3. As Gilbert goes down looking for our strikeout number 5 here for D'Angelo. Luke Sweeter now comes to the plate, the shortstop here for the Rangers. He was ground out to the pitcher on his last at-bat. Here's the pitch. Down low, ball 1. Dylan Rogers, the center fielder, is at second base here for the Rangers. D'Angelo checks on him. And here's the pitch from the stretch. On the outside corner for a strike to even it up at 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. On the outside corner for another strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 down. Runner at second base. That is Dylan Rogers. He takes his lead. D'Angelo checks on him. Here's the pitch. Ground ball right up the box. Picked up there by the shortstop. Throw across for the out as Cameron fields it and throws it over to Bryant to complete the 6-3 out. And we have played 4.5 innings here at Blackhawk with the score 6-0. The Cats leading the Rangers. You're watching LCSportsNet.com, powered by LCAP.
I think the key to any attorney-client relationship is trust. My father told me a long time ago, the definition of personal integrity is really simple. Do what you say you're going to do. At LGKG, we've been doing that for over 80 years.
Having a safe and healthy home is not something to play games with, especially if your home was built before 1978. You may be exposed to extremely harmful lead-based paint hazards. If you're concerned about lead in your home, don't roll the dice on your family's safety. LCAP's Healthy Homes Lead Hazard Reduction Program is here to help you win the battle. Your family's health and safety is the goal. Contact the Department of Healthy Homes today.
When a team needs to discuss their next move in a big game, Coach calls a timeout. When you need to discuss your next move after your latest life endeavor, let Ponce's Insurance be your coach. At Ponce's Insurance, how we serve you is as important as the insurance we provide. Protecting those you love, the business you built, and the things you've earned. That's our job. At Ponce's Insurance online at poncesinsurance.com.
We move now to the bottom half of the 5th inning with the Cats leading 6-0 here over the Rangers.
Got Ryan Craig at 89 pitches, so he's got 16 to work with. Very unofficially, by the way, for your pitch count in this game, but we'll try to keep it close. Again, the winner will take on Burgettstown, a 14-4 winner. We'll have a couple softball games, hopefully, tomorrow on the air, Tim.
At least that's the plan.
Yeah, mentioned Burgettstown. Burgettstown taking on Laurel in 2A softball tomorrow. We'll also have the top seed Neshannock taking on the Lady Rangers of Fort Cherry. That game 5 o'clock at Swickley Academy. That game's on turf, so fingers crossed.
Yes.
Your game at North Allegheny, good luck.
We'll find out. That's going to be up high there from Craig. Ball 1.
Yep, 3, 4, 5 hitters due up. Herb Campoli and D'Angelo.
Here's the pitch. Inside, ball 2. Herb scored his first 2 at-bats. He reached on an error from the shortstop and walked in his last at-bat and scored in both plate appearances. So Not a bad afternoon for not getting on base with a base hit yet. See if he can get that here. Here's the pitch from Craig, and that's going to bounce in, and it's be 3-0. Zach Herb.
Mind you, when this one's over, flip on over to get the nightcap. Mohawk in their game in Class 3A.
There's the pitch. That's over for a strike. 3 balls, 1 strike.
I might look at the GPS, see how much time that adds for me to get home. It's the wrong direction for you. It's the wrong direction for Tim. He's going home. He's got a long trip tomorrow.
There's one on the inside corner. Zach thought maybe it was a little far inside than what was called, but it's now full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, he wants to hit.
And a ground ball in the hole short and into left field for a base hit.
Like I said, he wants to hit.
He gets his base hit, so he reached on an error, he reached on base on balls, and now he reaches on a base hit.
Only the 3rd hit of the game.
Baseman, Tino Campoli.
3 hits on each side. And something I want to mention earlier is Campoli comes to bat. Well, the helmet sticker action. It looks like Ohio State out there.
I was going to say, yeah. Unique to see the stars on the helmets of a baseball.
Yeah, I was going to try to do a quick count and see, is that a star for an RBI? Is that a red zone RBI star?
Maybe. There's a low. Ball 1, runner at first. Is Herb Campoli at the plate. He reached on an error in his last at-bat and scored. He struck out in the 1st inning.
It can't be RBIs. There's too many stars on that helmet for RBIs. Oh, maybe not. I was
Throw back? Yeah.
I was looking at the wrong stat line. Hang on.
Do your quick math.
He's got 21 RBIs. I count about 24 stars on there. So.
Runner takes his lead at first. That is Herb. Throw over, and he'll get back safely.
So now I'm curious. Now I'm going to go and start digging through the stats.
Yeah, maybe some stolen bases on there, or
Campoli's got
maybe some run scores.
21 hits. I thought about that. No. 18 runs. No. Could be any combination of things there, Tim.
You never know how those are distributed.
Never know unless you ask. So maybe we'll have to.
You have to ask Coach Kelly. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So Herb takes his lead at first base. Campoli fouls it off. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Yeah, Herb at first base is somebody who we already know is going to be getting a T-shirt at the end of this game because we owe him one from the doubleheaders that we were able to cover. There are 2 games against Riverside. They swept the series to get the championship, so we have some extra attire to give out, along with today's Mainly Chiropractic play of the game and
there goes the runner, and it's a check swing foul ball. So we'll have to bring the runner back to first base, and the count goes to 2 balls, 2 strikes. Campoli at the plate.
Campoli, you would figure, if Shenango able to hold on, would be your likely starter on Thursday in the quarterfinals.
Herb takes his lead. Craig with the delivery. Ground ball to past the 3rd baseman into left field for a base hit. And back-to-back hits here for Shenango.
Yep, took a high hop and really nothing that could have been done at all.
You don't call it the hot corner for any reason other than shot like that. That's difficult. I mean, it gets onto you so quickly, and then you get those bad hops. I mean, it is, there's a reason why it's called a hot corner.
And that's exactly it, and I think we've hit our pitch count. I have at 100, so this might be pitch count officially, or it might just be the choice for Coach Sawhill going to make the change
here.
And we'll get that change in a minute. Your Pontius Insurance pitching change. It looks like they're going to bring Ryan Steele from second base in to throw. So let's get you some numbers on Mr. Steele. His 8th appearance of the year. He's 2-1 on the season. 28 strikeouts and 19 walks. on the year. And looks like it's probably just going to be a straight position switch between those two, between second and short.
That's exactly what it is, because they don't have the DH. They're doing the straight lineup here for Shenango.
And Fort Cherry does have the DH.
Yeah, Fort Cherry does have the DH. I'm sorry.
So mind you, when this one's over, flip on over to the Mohawk game. That should be starting up any moment, if it hasn't already, from Seneca Valley. Your other scores going on. Special thanks to our friends at the Crane Room. Sarah Catholic and Laurel will face off in the quarterfinals on Tuesday. St. LaSalle currently leading over Northgate. They'll likely complete that victory and take on the Shannock in their next game. Winner of this one takes on Burgettstown, and we'll look for score updates on the Carmichaels Apollo Ridge and the Riverside Chartiers Houston games.
Yeah, it serves me right for not flipping over my defensive
you know what? You made it through, what, 12 innings of play today. You know, it's a busy time of year, Tim, but this is always fun when we're, you're rushing out of work, you're getting to a game, possibly doing a doubleheader, some cases triple headers. Our pals Lee and Jay Moan did a split site doubleheader. Did their first game at North Allegheny and then drove up, got some dinner, went to Seneca Valley for the nightcap. So do a little bit of everything, and that's just the way we love it. I forgot to mention it earlier when we were talking about the left-handed batters. You also have the right-handed throwing D'Angelo, who hits lefty. He's the fourth in this lineup. Okay, so that ends the day for Ryan Craig, going 4+ innings of work. 4 hits, 6 runs.
And the 2 runners on are his responsibility.
Got 4 strikeouts and 5 walks, and I'll have to work for the earned runs, but there aren't very many.
Yeah, you will. Here's the pitch from Steele. And it's going to be served right at the shortstop. Makes a nice play. Is Sweeter on the ball for the line drive out.
Forces Herb and Campoli to scramble back to their respective bags. Good piece of it on that one, but Sweeter basically lined up perfectly to make that catch.
And now bring up Ziegler to the plate. He struck out in the 3rd inning, drew a base on balls back into 1st. It's going to be up high. Balls remain at 1st and 2nd here for the Cats. They lead 6-0.
And you know what? We assume too much. That's actually Craig who's gone to shortstop. Sweeter switched back over to second base.
Ah. So that was Craig making that play.
Yeah. I'll take care of that for you.
Well, I appreciate that. So Steele looks in. Grease on the sign. Checks on the runners. Here's the pitch, and it's a curveball going to be inside. 2 balls, no strikes. Here's the pitch inside, up high. Ziegler will duck away. 3-0 on the fastball.
Ziegler, a guy Coach Kelly loves talking about this kid. The fact that he was basically below the Mendoza line all last year, but they didn't care. He was primarily as their catcher, did everything right as the quarterback behind home plate, but more of an RBI role this year. And, man, he stepped up big in the extra innings game against Riverside, the walk-off squeeze bunt. Now looking to swing away with a 3-1 count.
Runners at 1st and 2nd. Here's the pitch. Dan will go down low. Ball 4, so the bases are full of Cats. On the walk to Ziegler.
And we'll see our courtesy runner coming in for the catcher at first base. I believe I saw number 27, Julian Clark.
So Clark will check in at first base. And Bryant will be the batter now for the Cats.
And how about this? 6 runs scored today. Adam Bryant, the only one with a red zone RBI.
Yeah.
Only 4 hits.
See if he can add on to that total here with bases loaded.
Infield playing in.
Swing and a foul ball left side and out of play. So Steele in relief of Craig. Bases loaded, full of Cats. Bryant at the plate with an 0-1 pitch. inside. Well, even the count at 1-1. Defense infield is in here with the bases loaded and nobody out, or excuse me, with one out. Outfield straight away. Pitch on the outside corner for a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
So difficult to get score updates. Come on, Twitterverse.
Here's the pitch. Ground ball up the box and through to center field for a base hit. That will score at least 1, as everyone will move up 90 feet. And it'll increase the lead now to 7-0 here for the Cats on the RBI single here for Bryant.
Another red zone RBI for Adam Bryant. They go station to station, but how about this? Both of those coming with 2 strikes as well, Tim. Good piece of 2-strike hitting. And now we're going to have a pinch hitter. Nick Dando, who we saw earlier as a courtesy runner, now will be a pinch hitter here in the 5th. Dando 4 for 8 on the season, 4 RBI. He would love to cash in.
So the infield will stay in at the infield grass. Outfield shading a little to left field, not much. Practically straight away.
Well, Zach Herb on base all 3 times, and with that, 3 runs scored.
So Santangelo at the plate, bases loaded here.
That's the winning run at first base, by the way, Tim.
Yeah, I was just going to ask you about that. Here's the pitch. Ball outside. So the mercy rule would come in effect after the 5th inning with the 10-run lead.
10 after 5, correct.
So still, from the stretch, bases loaded. Here's the pitch. Throw down to first, and he's going to get back safely.
Yeah, Mitchell Cook playing in as the first baseman. If he was at even with the bag even, he probably would have been able to get Bryant scrambling back there. But because he's playing up on the grass, just not quite able to get there.
So runners take their lead. Here's the pitch. On the inside corner for a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike. 1 down here in the bottom half of the 5th. 7-0. Shenango with the lead. Here's the pitch. And a late defensive swing. Nice. Get a piece of it. And it goes to 2-2. Santangelo popped up to the shortstop in his last at-bat. Actually, that was a line drive, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, Santangelo for 2, and now Dando getting his chance in the batter's box.
Here's the swing and a miss. Strike 3.
So the pinch hitter goes down on strikes. That's the 2nd out of the inning. The infield now can move back.
Outfielder Hunter Lively.
Yep.
Now they shortstop Craig was hanging up by the grass for a minute and wanted to make sure there were 2 outs before he retreats back to his natural position.
So bases stay loaded. And Blake Lively at the plate.
One of the things I'm hearing Coach Kelly say to his runners is you're getting a good lead here, but you got to get the good secondary as well, especially with a guy working from the windup. You want to see these guys getting off big as the pitch is being delivered.
On the outside, just off the corner. Even ups the count at 1-1. 2 down, bases loaded, full of Cats. They lead 7-0 here in the 5th. And a pop-up on the infield right at behind home plate, and it'll go out of play.
And Norman behind the plate never saw it, ended up flipping off the mask and watch it drift out of play. But he never saw it. The shadows starting to creep their way across the right side of the infield, Tim, is not going to make things easy. Especially, I'll tell you what, being at third base, left field, you do not want to be there. Sun in your eyes.
At the plate, here's the pitch. Down low, and not too far away for the runners to advance. And it'll go to 2-2. So Hunter Lively had the big 3-run homer a year ago. Now it faces bases loaded here. And here's a drive. And it's not going to quite get that far, but it's going to be a nice catch there, basket catch by the right fielder for an out by Zach Seraphin to end the inning.
And Coach Kelly standing at third base with the arms open. He thought it had fallen in, but all over it was McHenry. Good job by Zach Seraphin. He did the hokey pokey that time, had to turn himself around, figure out where he was, come back in and make the catch. And with 3 men left on base, he doesn't make that catch. This game's probably over, Tim.
Yeah, it was a terrific adjustment by Seraphin making that play out in right field, because I think he thought, like I did off the bat, off the sound, that this had a chance to go deep. And then he recognized that it was going to get hung up in that wind, and he came in and had to make an ankle-high Bassick-type catch to record the out. If that ball gets by him, this game's over, because they would have probably cleared the bases. And that was a game-saving catch there by Zach Seraphin to give the Rangers an opportunity to come to bat here in the 6th inning.
That's all you can ask for, top of the 6th coming up. But that also ends the book on Ryan Craig. So 4+ innings, 7 runs on 4 hits. And I'm going to go unofficially that we have, that one would have still scored. So I'm going to say we have 2 of those 7 runs being earned, 4 strikeouts and 5 walks. 7-0 Shenango with the advantage.
Leading off for Fort Cherry, catcher Owen Norman.
That will head to the top of the 6th inning. Means I'm going to kick Tim out of the booth.
That's right.
Only so to speak. Check swing right back to the mound as Norman will be retired on 1 pitch, 1-3 on the putout. Pitch number 70 works to perfection for D'Angelo.
Left fielder Lewis.
Thank you, Tim. Go ahead.
I was going to say, he's just been really efficient here tonight. He's gotten some strikeouts, but not like a tremendous amount. 5 of them in the game. Been very, very efficient with his pitches throughout the ball game here.
He has been, and that's what's been his success for the entire, all of his sophomore year and now his junior year.
I'm sure Coach Kelly enjoys that, knowing that chances are when he goes to the mound that, 8, 10, 12 pitches max and get back to the dugout.
Yeah, well, we saw a good amount of that when we saw him against Riverside. Didn't see many of these hard hit balls in that great pitcher's duel, but hit number 4 on the day for the Fort Cherry Rangers, and the second time Seraphin has been on base. But the reason why? 2-0 is the count.
Shortstop, Ryan.
Exactly. No, Lewis did a nice job there. He seen a pitch that was in his wheelhouse down low, got the barrel on the bat, and just drove it out for a base hit.
I'll bring up Ryan Craig, starting pitcher now at shortstop. He's first pitch swinging off the end of the bat and foul into the Shenango dugout. Winner will take on Burgettstown. All these quarterfinal games will be on Tuesday, and those are big ones, Tim, because you make it to the semis, you are in the state tournament in Class 2A baseball.
Oh, huge part of the season coming up.
That breaking ball just misses outside, evens the count at 1-1, and we talk with Coach Brian Zarenda a lot, the Sarah Catholic coach, and is, what a great guy he always is. A big friend of us at Trib and at Lawrence County SportsNet. As count now 2-1. The fact of the matter is, he said, when you ask all these coaches about, do you want back-to-back in the first and quarterfinals or in the quarterfinal semifinals, and he said absolutely he would rather it be the in a way that you can guarantee you have your ace available for that quarterfinal game, because yes, you want, a lot of people say you want the ace for the semifinals so that you can get it to the finals as your best guys. He's the other way. He said, look, that second game is the one that's most important. That gets you into the next tournament.
Well, looking at the big picture, that's exactly it.
The 2-2. Another one chopped foul.
And I think that's what a good coach manager's doing. He's looking, beyond just the WPIAL, because they know, getting into the state tournament is a huge deal. And it continues your season. So that's exactly it. If you want to set up, you're looking at as this a 2-tournament opportunity, that is absolutely the way you want to set it up.
2-2 right down Broadway for strike 3. Strikeout number 6. But it is interesting, too, though, because, like, look at Laurel and Shadyside Academy. Knowing that's going to be a great game, you got to pitch your ace. Both of them pitch their ace lefty, so Laurel will have their number 2 guy available, only because they pulled him out of the game early.
Again, I mean, there's a lot of, you can talk about one way or the other, but in a game like that, when you're facing, such familiar foes and what's important, you have to throw your number 1 there. I mean, it's just one of those scenarios. And you set it up from that point on.
This breaking ball just misses inside, evens the count at 1-1.
Because you have to win to advance.
Absolutely.
So you have to put, in the game 1 type scenario, you want your number 1 out there in that level. But if you could set it up where your number 1 is, you have a 2 that is very dependable and maybe just a step down.
1B.
Yeah. Then you're in great shape. Then it doesn't really matter because you're going to put yourself in the best scenario pitching-wise to stay in ball games.
Well, and that's basically what you got here with Shenango and the Shannick in the first game. You pitch your junior, your 1B pitcher, and then you'll have your top dog, your senior hurler to throw tomorrow, or to throw on Thursday, I should say. Sebastian Corio, 6-0 on the year for Neshannock. He'll be on the bump for sure in that game. And Tino Campoli, been called one of the top dogs all year for a good reason. Campoli barely with an ERA in his 7 appearances. Strike on the outside corner, count now runs full to Adam Wolf.
And D'Angelo's just been so steady here tonight. Just really, taking his time, looking at runners when they're on base, just delivering strikes.
Breaking ball as the runner goes in the full count. Slow roller, Herb unable to corral it, and it's going to go as a little dribbler. And I'm going to have to give an E5, I think, to Herb on that one.
Yeah, tough play, but I think an error is probably fair simply because the ball hit the glove and he had a chance. He was really dropped it in the transfer of trying to pop it up and picking up with the bare hand. So a tough play, but I think legit giving the error to the third baseman there.
That'll bring up Mitch Cook. 5 ribbies on the season, looking to get the Rangers on the board for the first time today. That was pitch number 86 unofficially. They're thrown by D'Angelo. It looks like he gave a little my bad maybe to his classmate, maybe on the same page.
This is the first time they've had 2 runners on base since the 2nd inning.
How about that?
Throw down to second base.
Throw behind and a quick snap, but just in the nick of time getting the foot back in there. Ziegler with a cannon down to second.
I think he wanted that one, Ziegler. You see him dancing at home plate, thinking that he had a chance at that one.
1-1 the count. D'Angelo takes a long look. Big lead at second base. Breaking ball, catches the top of the zone. 1 ball, 2 strike count. Mitchell Cook 4 doubles and one of 3 starters with a homer on the year. This one chopped towards second base. It's going to be a long run over, but in plenty of time to get the force out. Fielder's choice to the shortstop to end the inning. 2 runners left on base, but still no runs on the board for Fort Cherry. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th inning with Shenango leading the Rangers 7-0. Here on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Has your child's early education slowed down or even paused due to the pandemic? This is crucial time you can't get back. LCAP can keep your little learner on track for success. We have options for working and non-working parents with in-person childcare and age-appropriate virtual learning to keep them busy and engaged. Parents, don't hit pause on early learning. Lawrence County Community Action Partnership can jumpstart their future. Learn more at lcap.org.
Whether you're hosting a big party, it's family dinner night, or you just need a place to go and watch the big game, the Crane Room Grill is the place to be. Need that something special for your upcoming event? Ask about the CR Brewing Company's custom brewing options to give your big day that personalized touch that your guests will never forget. Visit craneroom.com to see their full menu, or call in your takeout order now at 724-656-1553. The Crane Room Grill and CR Brewing Company, a winning combination. Bottom of the 6th coming your way, but before we get there, got to remind you that this game and the broadcast rights to this game are the sole and exclusive property of the WPIAL and the TribLive High School Sports Network. Any use of this broadcast is intended exclusively for the benefit of the viewing and listening audience. And any use, rebroadcast, or distribution of this broadcast without the expressed written consent from the WPIAL and Trib Total Media is strictly prohibited. We put it on the screen so Aaron Vigiano can put it on the screen, so I don't have to memorize it anymore, Tim.
Yeah. Here we go.
And now we're ready. Top of the order due up in the bottom of the 6th inning. Ryan Steele on the bump in relief. Hooks, Kammerer, and Herb. The 3 due up for Shenango. Holding this 7-0 advantage. 3-14 matchup. 2-0 the count. Now to Hooks. 14 ribbies on the season from the leadoff spot. Mentioned he wasn't always a leadoff hitter. Started at, well,
number 9, right?
Started from the bottom. Now he's here.
Yeah.
He
moved up 8 spots or just moved up 1. It's just a rotation.
Well, yeah, it's however you want to dice it. I mean, you consider your 9 hitter your second leadoff guy, so not a very difficult.
No, that's true. And
switch.
it's very much a scenario.
2-1 to count to the right fielder. Misses down and away, so back to 3-1.
Hook scored the first run of the game here for Shenango. He walked in the first inning.
Kammerer in the on-deck circle. Ground ball towards second, and it's going to go right through the 5-hole. Wish we could have said that for the Rangers at the NHL level a couple of more times, but
yeah, unfortunately, the puck just didn't have the right eyes in that series.
Shortstop Tyler.
Finding ways on base here today, though, is Shenango. They 5 hits, but now 5 Ranger errors to assist them in getting on base. Now TK to the plate. Tyler Kammerer on base with a couple of walks. Was picked off in his last trip to first base. Here's another one drilled about 400 feet, but well foul.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, how crazy that was. I got a view of it at the end. That ball was actually hooking back in.
It looked like a golf ball, huh?
Yeah, it looked like one of my tee shots. You're right. I'll tell you what, if there's any, I'm sure there's some former teammates of mine who might be tuning in. They know what story's about to come up of something that happened right here at this field 14 years ago. Throw, we're back to first base. We played in a playoff game. It was against Bishop Canevin in that game. And a kid by the name of Patrick Leland was on the other team. And if that name sounds familiar, as this one's drilled right up the middle for a base hit. So first 2 runners on base, and the tying run's going to come to the plate for Shenango. But that name sounds familiar. That is the son
That's
of...
the winning run coming to the plate.
Yeah, it's the winning run, excuse me. The 10th run is what it would be. Patrick Leland, the son of Jim Leland, the former Pirates manager.
Yeah.
He hit a home run in the first or second inning off of our starting pitcher that would have made any of the 4 home runs we saw in the first game look like nothing. Then he hit another one off me in the 5th or 6th inning that still has not come out of orbit. See the trees down the left field line, Tim?
Yes.
It cleared those trees.
Oh, wow.
That is no joke.
Oh, wow.
First pitch swinging is Herb, and he gives this one a ride towards deep center field. Rogers is going to watch it over. This is going to be multi-bases for sure, and they're going to hold Kammerer at third base, an RBI double for Herb, and now he's that game-ending run at second base.
Yep. I was just wondering if the runner would be sent home from first base.
Second baseman Tino Campbell.
Yeah, with no outs.
Yeah, there's no need.
Well, Zach Herb, the day he's had.
Yeah.
On base 4 times, 3 runs, and now an RBI.
Not too bad. Back-to-back hits, a single and a double.
Now Campoli coming to the plate. And will they throw to him with the open base? Looks like they're going to. Infield playing back as well. Good first pitch breaking ball in there for strike 1. But the reason I brought that whole story up about Mr. Leland was because that ball that he hit, if he didn't swing at it, it would have hit him in the face. But that's no joke. That's just how quickly he got the hands through, like Cameron did on that last play.
Here comes the runner
and
from
Cameron
third.
will be coming in to score on this one as he slides his way in. Pitcher gets knocked off the ball, and he's going to be down hurt. Good job to see him pop right back up for a steal as he got the legs taken out as Cameron slid into the plate. Now, apparently something said between a player on the field and someone in the dugout. And maybe a little understandable. Your pitcher just got his legs taken out. I can understand being, a little bit amped up by that. But, there's nothing egregious. You're making a play at the plate.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a bang-bang play at home base. I mean, when you get the pitch behind the plate and you get the runner coming home from third, the pitcher's doing his job covering. He's going to get the ball from the catcher in that scenario. And unfortunately, just, a hard slide in is going to upend him. And that's what happened. Nothing egregious about it. It's just good, hard baseball. Unfortunately, Steele took the hard end of it. And the second run scores of the inning, so the winning run or game-ending run is at third base right now for the Cats.
And as they come off the field, both Coach Kelly and Coach Sawhill talking, wanted to make sure everything was cleared up. Now Coach Sawhill's going to have a discussion with Mr. Presner behind the plate.
Yeah, probably just wanted to know what his thoughts were, what happened there, and clarification.
No. Discussion over for now.
Campoli with a 1-1 count at the plate.
And the winning run just 90 feet away. Campoli fouls this one back to the screen. Yeah, Zach Herb at third base will be infield having to play in. Campoli looking for RBI number 22 of the year would end this one here at Chippewa Park. The 1-2. Breaking ball right
nice.
over the heart. What a pitch.
What a pitch is right. One of the best pitches we've seen tonight. And it was broken off there by Steele on that curveball in the inside corner.
Oh, we all had it at a 1-2 count.
Yeah. 1 ball, 2 strikes. All right.
Today, I think they accidentally reset the count after the play at the plate. I think is what they must have done. Because I would definitely have it at
we'll have to watch the replay.
Yeah,
I
think it was a 1-1 count. I think they may have accidentally reset the count after all the crazy shenanigans between the wild pitch, the collision at home plate, the words spoken between field and dugout. Not sure.
2-2 coming.
Down in the dirt. Count runs full to Campoli. Ryan Steele will wind and deliver the payoff pitch. Fouled back over the backstop and into the woods. Another one bites the dust. Can we make requests for our awesome DJ and P announcer here? We'll do it again. Payoff pitch, breaking ball, misses up.
Another breaking ball just a little too high. Runner now at first and third. The only runner matters is the runner at third.
Wildcat pitcher Braden D'Angelo.
Nobody out here.
Yeah, that runner at first doesn't mean anything, so the infield has to stay in, especially with nobody out. They will try to hold the runner at first base.
See if they send him, just to see if they'll throw through to try to score the runner for third.
First pitch for strike one. You also don't want to give an easy out, but you're exactly right.
Yeah, well, I would take that chance. If I got a runner at first and third, nobody out, winning run at third base. I'm sending the runner.
This one drilled to right field.
We may not have to worry about that. This one's going to leave the ball
off the base of the wall. It doesn't matter. All they had to do, once it was over the guy's head in right field, Serafin had no chance. That's going to end it on the mercy rule. On the longest, well, I guess we do have to call it a double. He made it to second base, but the longest walk to second base he's ever made. Braden D'Angelo will get the W on the hill, and he also gets the walk-off hit. 10-0 in 6 innings. It's a final here from Chippewa Park. Shenango will advance to take on Burgettstown. We'll break it all down in our Tri-County Principals postgame show when we return on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP. For 20 years, Melee Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Melee Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet. But more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $25 visit to the Melee Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and/or all therapies necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between, let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game.
When the high school season heats up, make sure you have the best gear to support your school. Head to the Red Zone on Wilmington Road in the Shenango for all your county sporting apparel needs. From sporting goods to custom apparel to embroidery and more, the Red Zone has it all. Quality gear for all 8 schools in the County of Champions. Stop by and enter the Red Zone or visit them online at theredzzonesports.com. Score big at the Red Zone.
Whether you're hosting a big party, it's family dinner night, or you just need a place to go and watch the big game, the Crane Room Grill is the place to be. Need that something special for your upcoming event? Ask about the CR Brewing Company's custom brewing options to give your big day that personalized touch that your guests will never forget. Visit craneroom.com to see their full menu, or call in your takeout order now at 724-656-1553. The Crane Room Grill and CR Brewing Company, a winning combination.
Wherever you're going, Axe can get you there. The bowling alley, beauty salon, and even the library. Axe can get you there safely. The grocery store, the pharmacy, and the bank. Axe can get you there comfortably. Going to work, visiting a friend, or just to relax at the park. Axe can get you there affordably. Axe is here to get you there safely, comfortably, and affordably. Choose Axe as your driving service and give us a call to schedule a ride.
For more than 120 years, people have relied on Martindale-Hubbell's preeminent rating to select their attorneys. If you've been involved in an automobile accident, you should do the same. At LGKG, we have been preeminently rated for over 40 years.
Having a safe and healthy home is not something to play games with, especially if your home was built before 1978. You may be exposed to extremely harmful lead-based paint hazards. If you're concerned about lead in your home, don't roll the dice on your family's safety. LCAP's Healthy Homes Lead Hazard Reduction Program is here to help you win the battle. Your family's health and safety is the goal. Contact the Department of Healthy Homes today.
When a team needs to discuss their next move in a big game, coach calls a timeout. When you need to discuss your next move after your latest life endeavor, let Ponce's Insurance be your coach. At Ponce's Insurance, how we serve you is as important as the insurance we provide. Protecting those you love, the business you built, and the things you've earned. That's our job. At Ponce's Insurance online at poncesinsurance.com.
Contractors, the Department of Healthy Homes needs you. From small to large residential projects, you can help families live safer and healthier with the quality work you do. It's rewarding in more ways than one. Call LCAP's Department of Healthy Homes today.
In workers' compensation, my clients are oftentimes not receiving their wage loss. They're not receiving their medical expenses. LGKG, they come to us so that we can put them in a position to pay their bills. If we're keeping our promises, our clients are getting the justice they deserve.
Just like going to the doctor, our homes need a checkup too. If your home is not properly weatherized, you could be at risk for symptoms that cause unhealthy ailments and higher utility bills. The Weatherization Assistance Program is the key to reducing utility costs and increasing comfort in your home. Services include an in-home energy audit to inspect your furnace and hot water tank, check for air sealing around windows and doors, and ensure adequate insulation and ventilation. Learn more at lcap.org or call the Department of Healthy Homes to get your checkup today.
When the high school season heats up, make sure you have the best gear to support your school. Head to the Red Zone on Wilmington Road in the Shenango for all your county sporting apparel needs. From sporting goods to custom apparel to embroidery and more, the Red Zone has it all. Quality gear for all 8 schools in the County of Champions. Stop by and enter the Red Zone or visit them online at theredzonesports.com. Score big at the Red Zone.
It's the Tri-County Principals postgame show at lcsportsnet.com. A 10-0 victory for Shenango in 6 innings. Winning pitcher Braden D'Angelo, losing pitcher Ryan Craig, as Shenango puts up 10 runs on 8 hits and committed 3 errors, though. 5 errors on the other side for Fort Cherry, no runs on 4 hits. Tim Continenza, a very sloppy game. There were 5 runs scored before Shenango even had their first hit of the game, as crazy as that sounds. But they do what they need to do. They survive, they advance.
They did exactly what they needed to do. It wasn't the prettiest games. It won't be remembered as one of the great wins in Cats history or anything like that, but they did what they had to do. They had to survive. They had to win. They pitched very well. They only gave up 4 hits in the game. Defensively, they made some errors, but offensively, they were able to score some runs.
Yeah, 2 walks to start the game, and then an error allowed the first run to score, and then another fielder's choice error allowed 2 more runs to score. So 3 runs on no hits in the first inning, a 1-out walk in the third inning from Zach Herb, and he scores on an error on a Tino Campoli hit. Braden D'Angelo gets a single, and then a run scored on an RBI single from Adam Bryant. It was 6-0 after 3. They got another one on another Adam Bryant single, foreshadowing there, for your 7th run of the game, and then error, single, RBI double, walk, RBI single to end the game in the 6th inning. Adam Bryant, 2 RBI singles. The senior is our LCAP player of the game. LCAP and Lawrence County SportsNet proud to honor Adam Bryant for tonight's Player of the Game award. He gets a customized t-shirt courtesy of the Red Zone. In recognition of being named tonight's LCAP Player of the Game, you can see the full list at lcsportsnet.com. Click on Player of the Game. Congratulations, the LCAP Player of the Game award to Mr. Adam Bryant. The other award, Tim, we'll let you do the honors, and setting the terms early was the catcher, Braden Ziegler, wasn't it?
Braden Ziegler, yeah, he made a nice throw down to first base, getting the pickoff in the first inning to end a unconventional 3-up, 3-down inning, and the Melee Chiropractic Play of the Game award goes to Braden of the Cats, as the Melee Chiropractics. The Lawrence County SportsNet is proud to honor Braden for tonight's Play of the Game, and we'll receive a customized t-shirt of courtesy of Melee Chiropractic in recognition of tonight's Play of the Game. Video of tonight's Play of the Game will also be featured on the TribLive High School Sports Network Standout platform and on Twitter and Instagram. To visit Melee Chiropractic Play of the Game, full list of season's top plays, go online to lcsportsnet.com and click on Play of the Game. Congratulations, Braden Ziegler, for tonight's Melee Chiropractic Play of the Game. Let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game.
1 hour, 57 minutes. That's the time of the game today, and they will advance the Shenango to the quarterfinals against Burgettstown Thursday, site and time to be determined. Thanks to everybody here at Chippewa Park. It's been a fun, wonderful day. Always a pleasure coming here to the home of the Blackhawk Cougars. Thanks to Hannah Bowen, our camera operator, to Aaron Vigiano. All hail Vigi for everything he does for us, production-wise. Thanks to Chris Lackner back at the TribLive studios as well. For Tim Continenza, I'm James Dotson signing off. 10-0 Shenango victorious in the first round of the Class 2A tournament. You saw it all right here at lcsportsnet.com, the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP. This is the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.